Hey guys, welcome back to Britton Farms Homestead. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm April and this is Britton Farms Homestead. Thanks for showing up. Today I'm just gonna kind of go over what we've got going on here on the farm. I've been lacking on videos because we've been very busy. We've been trying to get a foundation done for our house, and we've got new animals on the farm, and working a full-time job, and in the summertime it's just really busy, and canning season is just around the corner. Do an update on our secret seed challenge from Where to Begin Homestead. She sent me secret seeds for SHEDWARS. I don't know what these seeds are. I still don't know what these seeds are since they've come up, planted them. Maybe you guys can help me out and tell me what they are. And we're also going to do an update on our tomato for the Massive Mater Mahem challenge from Cosmic Cultivators. We're in a contest to see who can grow the biggest tomato, and we'll do that first and we'll jump right in. Okay, so one of the things in SHEDWARS is that you have to grow things in a container because we want to teach everybody how to grow food, and lots of people don't have a room for a garden and they have to grow in containers. So this is where I grew my onions, and I've pulled all my onions but two of them. I pulled these onions earlier, probably a couple of weeks ago, and they were ready, and I left two others because I thought maybe they'll grow a little bit more, but they're ready to pull. But once I pulled those first tomatoes, I went ahead and planted my Big ZAC tomato here, and it's an heirloom seed, and we have entered this plant for the Massive Mater Mahem competition to see if we can grow the biggest tomato. So this is our Big ZAC, and this is one of the onions that I left because I thought it might grow some more, and it's ready. This, I thought I cut the green off and thought maybe it would grow more, but it has not. So it's time for it to come out and go in this little basket because I'm just gonna let these dry out. And then there's another over here, and just so you guys know, I put out a video about growing onions. I will put a card to that video right up here, and it has great tips on growing has great tips on growing onions, because it took me so long to learn how to grow an onion and not just get a bunch of green and little onions this big. So this is the harvest of onions, very first harvest I've ever got of any size, and I had to do a lot of research to be able to do this. And even though these aren't softball size onions, these are pretty good size onions for me anyway. Next year I hope to plant a whole lot more, but now that I know what I'm doing and I can grow any size of an onion that I'm, can eat and be proud of, I'll plant a lot more next year. But this is my Big ZAC tomato right here, and I actually have two of them, one here and one here, and looks like we're fixing to have some blooms soon. And I will have to trellis this up, it's gonna get too big and fall over, but so now we're gonna go over a tip for watering your tomatoes. If you have them in containers, you may have wondered why this was in the container. Well, I can show you how to keep your tomatoes watered and not have to water them every day. And it's kind of like a drip system. Come along with me, I'll show you. So we do a lot of recycle, reuse things around here, and this is just an old Coke bottle. I filled it up with water. It doesn't have any holes or anything in it. What we're going to do, we're going to take it, we're going to turn it upside down and shove it down in the dirt. Well, the dirt kind of clogs up the end of it here, but not enough that it wouldn't slowly seep out to be able to water this tomato. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick it down in here. So we're gonna go ahead and just turn it upside down and stick it down in this dirt. So this is now going to slowly seep out into the dirt and water this tomato a little bit at a time. And I don't know, you could fill this up every other day or something like that. It doesn't seep out really quickly, so it's almost like having a drip system on your tomato. And I also did that with my onions once they got older and it was the summertime. Of course, I started my onions from seed in the fall, overwintered them, and in the summer, you know, I had to water them because they were in a container. So that's my tip for SHEDWARS, is the drip system with reusing a bottle of some kind. You could probably do it with a milk jug, but it might be harder to get it down in the dirt. But yeah, that's it. We also just fertilize with rabbit poop. This is rabbit poop and shavings in here in this pot. This is all organic. That is one of the rules for the tomato challenge, is that you have to use organic fertilize, and this is just rabbit poop. And I am going to trim this leaf off right here, because when it gets big, it's going to be on the dirt and that can cause disease. So I'm just going to pinch that off because I don't want it. And we're going to pinch this off too, because that's a sucker leaf. I'm also going to pinch that one off, and I'm going to pinch that one off. So this is, it won't be long and this will have to be trellised up, but this is my Big ZAC tomatoes for the competition for the largest tomato in SHEDWARS. So let's go check out the secret seed over here. See if you guys can tell me what this is. Now this had the smallest blooms on it, and I still don't have any idea what this is. Look at those blooms. Look how tiny that bloom is. I have no idea what that is. No idea. But they seem to be doing well. Oh, right here is another way. This one has small holes in the bottom for watering. SHEDWARS tip for watering. You can also do a jug like this. You can fill it up, put the lid on it. You can put small holes in the bottom, and you can sit it down and it will slowly leak out and water everything around it. But, you know, I just don't know what this is. Is that the fruit? That may be the fruit. That looks like that's a fruit coming on there. Is this a gourd? What is this? Is this a loofah gourd? I don't know. My guess is loofah gourd right now. This is a wisteria vine that we put, Japanese beetles, that we have put on the cattle panel trellis here. Don't mind the junk in the back. That's all wood to be used for future projects. But yeah, this is what I've got going on. If you know what that is, if you think you know what that is, if you want to guess what that is, go ahead and put it in the comments below. Tell me what the secret seed is that Where to Begin Homestead sent me, because not sure, but I'm guessing it's a gourd of some kind. Who knows? Thanks for coming by. If you like what you see, go ahead, subscribe, hit that bell notification, hit the thumbs up. It's the best way you can support us, and it's free. Thanks for coming by.